today, man. Famous Dex was on stage there. He was looked like he was on stage with Rich the Kid, and it looks like from the footage provided by TMZ.com that he may have been having a seizure. Sam, man, I'm going to play just a little clip of this footage, and I will talk about it. All right, so that's Famous Dex right there. I don't want to get the music on the podcast for various reasons, but looked like he was having a seizure on stage there, and we were talking. I'm like, yo, didn't we do a story about Famous Dex, a few months back, and we were talking about him pretty much saying that he was becoming sober, becoming clean, stop dealing with drugs. SamAnt, what do you think about when you seen this? What is your first thoughts going on with Famous Dex having a seizure on stage?
That he's back on lean, or he never got off of lean. And it's unfortunate, man, because we like to kind of scold the knuckleheads sometimes when they do knucklehead stuff. But all in all, we want to see these kids have successful careers. And the dude, obviously, he has a great fan base. His music ain't that bad. He actually is got some entertaining music. So you don't want to see a kid get caught up in a lifestyle, probably influenced by some of the rappers that he heard before him promoting that kind of lifestyle, and got caught up in it. And we heard Gucci Mane when he was talking to Charlemagne, and how we obviously know Gucci Mane, he suffered from lean abuse, and when he was locked up, how he had to almost go through his withdrawal, and how difficult that is.
Right.
We seen Famous Dex on his Instagram a couple months ago, clean-faced, clear-eyed, saying that he was going to go and seek help. He's no longer on lean. He's no longer going to do it. He's going to be clean. But we know the struggle and the grind that takes to do that. It's not as easy as saying, I'm done, no more. There's a certain period of time of hell that you have to go through to really be off of it. I don't know if that period of time or that period of hell he was able to successfully get through, because then you look at pictures after that months later, and you can tell something is up. He ain't on there half sleep like he was prior to, but something was up. And this is kind of like, all right, something's up. Brother needs help. You want to see it before something serious and tragic happens.
Yeah, and I think that they always tell you that relapse is a part of the process. But when you look at people like I can name a few: Wendy Williams, Gucci Mane, and a few even Meek Mill, Offset. One of them, they talk about a period of them to say, what, I'm done with this. Now some people can be done with it, and some people relapse and they go back. And some people say, look, I'm through forever. It seems like, it's just speculation. We don't know. But when you put two and two together, it looks like that he was probably under the influence and suffered a seizure because of the cocktail, whatever he was doing, the lean, and God knows what else he was doing that night. I mean, on the stage, probably drinking, whatever, smoking. It catches up to your body, and it can put you into a, state where we seen Wayne. We seen Rick Ross talk about him, dealing with seizures and whatnot because of the things that he was mixing with the lean. So, it's going to be a road for this young brother. It ain't like I think people look at it and they say, oh, just stop, or nah, it just ain't that easy. You know what I mean? Especially when you got access to this. You're a celebrity, you're a star, and probably every moment that you can equate your success or having fun was drinking, drugging. So it was like this for you just to put that down when your body is just dependent on it ain't like a walk in the park and shit like somebody. But people do get to that point and they say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm done. So, good thing he's okay. He could have died.
Yeah.
I was just watching this video on YouTube. Not YouTube, but Facebook. They have all these different, little channels. And some girls in Jersey, she was ODing and they was trying to resuscitate her or whatnot. Yeah. She was just blue. So yeah, good thing he's here and he has a chance, to have a new leash on life. So hopefully he can put that down, because again, it's glorified. You see the guys with double cups. You see guys, doing their thing and having fun and feeling good and glorifying this to an extent. But this is the stuff that they don't tell you about. They don't show you about the death, the tragedy and the broken hearts of family members that you're going to leave behind if you were to pass on from drug abuse.
Oh God, you talked about CPR, and it made me reflect on the time where I worked at my previous job, and I had to help resuscitate a dude that was ODing in a bar that I worked at, and he didn't make it. And it came to a certain point where our job description was we got to continue to do CPR until the ambulance came, and it was clear that he was already gone, and we were still trying to resuscitate him. It was a very hard and crazy and scary thing to see. They shut down the bar, and obviously some people went home that night just being shook from that incident. And then I just had to, that just made me remember that it is not fun to watch somebody OD at all. And then to watch him go, it's crazy. Yeah. So I can only imagine how the fans felt, how the people on stage felt, how Famous Dex feels right now. Dax, I don't know if I'm saying his name, Famous Dex, because this is crazy. But you talked about some of the rappers. You said Wendy Williams, you said Meek, you said Gucci, Rick Ross, all of them suffering from lean abuse, but getting over it. And then we see a brother like Lil Wayne, who's one of the greatest rappers of all time, but one that's very synonymous is still double cupping. And then you look at how he looks, and he looks a lot older than what he should, being under 40 years old. And then you look at him not getting off in the seizures and things like that. What does it say to you about a Lil Wayne, his influence to the younger culture? And I'm not trying to put blame on him, just talk about his influence, right? And to talk about him now. How do you feel about him now, still doing it? Is he an addict in your opinion?
I mean, yeah. I mean, even when you listen to T.I., when he was kind of talking on the Breakfast Club, he was like, Lil Wayne was probably inebriated. I don't know if you remember hearing that when he was talking about Lil Wayne. He said he probably inebriated when he made this, when he made some particular song. But it's clear. It's the seizures and whatnot, the different things that Lil Wayne, like, just listen to his lyrics, he let you know. Yeah. You know what I mean? What stuff that he tried, what he did. I mean, some of it's a product of the environment that he grew up in, but also a part of it is him continuing to, abuse. And, maybe he just made the choice. Maybe he don't want to quit. Maybe he feels like he don't have enough power to quit. Maybe he enjoys it so much he says, forget it. I'm gonna die doing this. You just don't know what's going on in Lil Wayne's, head that will have him and others that will continue, to keep on abusing something that could kill him. But it's almost like this though, SamAnt. You into the health and everything. It's like people eating bad food and stuff like that. It may not, right now you may not feel, the effects, but you start getting a little older and it's like, all right, now your diet's starting to kill you. It's the same type of, thing. And even like the feeling when you go get some ice cream and sugar and shit, you kind of get high off that shit. That's a little bit. You know what I mean? So right. You got to make the choice, the conscious choice to want to stop. And just to go to Famous Dex, back in 2007, he was actually brought to the hospital that, so he's been battling. The reason why I'm saying this, he was brought to the hospital and he said at that time it caused him to kick his habit because he had a health scare back then. He said, I stopped completely. I've been clean for about a month because it was effing me up. I'm young. I'm 24. I got kids. I love all that. So he said, and then he went on to say pretty much that it's a bad influence for him to keep doing this. And he fell asleep on a live Instagram and he don't want to continue to influence the kids, to do it because a guy like Famous Dex or Lil Wayne, he probably got 10 million, 5 million people that follow him. Yep. So it's going to be impressionable kids. Could be his age and he's seeing him on there. And what if you're not here? You don't have a father. Say, nah, that's whack. He sees him doing lean. Now he want to pick up lean. Next thing you know, he turned into an addict. So yeah,
it happens like that. And the thing is, it's like you can scold him for it, but like I said, that withdrawal going through that as a motherfucker. Right. If you don't got the right support team around you,
for real,
you going through that and you picking up the lean picking it up again is way easier than to deal with that. So yeah. It's going to take a joint effort to kind of help him live. And the people around him are really going to have to wrap their arms around that kid tight and really get him right because he knows he has a problem. It's clear he has a problem, but there's something going along that's stopping him from doing it. I kind of attribute it to pain management, even though I don't know. I've never taken lean or abused lean like that before, so I wouldn't know. But in my just my feeling and my opinion, and this straight opinion on Lil Wayne, is he's dealing with some kind of pain, and that's the coping mechanism.
Yeah, nah, definitely. You know what I mean? Definitely.
And I hope it doesn't take him eventually, but he's definitely coping with something that he'd rather drink than not deal with. And it would be an interesting story to hear. I don't know if he'd ever display that to us, but if he did, be the album of the year.
I think most, that's a great point. Most people, something that, they rather self-medicate for whatever your choice of drug is. They'll rather do that as opposed to confronting and trying to, get help for whatever they're dealing with. That's an excellent point.
Yeah. And shout out to anybody who is dealing with some pain and need that help. Talk to somebody, find an outlet.
Right.
Hopefully it's not an abuse. I mean, and if it is your vice, try to do it constructively.